Hey y'all, it's Pastor Don. Welcome to Get Up Right Morning Drive Devotion. I want you to do me a favor and like and share. I want to just talk to you very briefly about fitting in. Fitting in. I got to be careful exactly how I say it because I know someone will become offended because I'm bothered by what's in my head to say, but it's also in my heart. Y'all, we spend a lot of time in church trying our very, very best to fit in with stuff, people, and things that's not even godly and churchy. I heard a preacher say the other day that we bringing too much of the world into the church, and I can see that. You know, we try to be contemporary, we try to be relatable and relevant and all that good stuff. But man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. We're losing a whole world. We're losing an entire population of people because we try to fit in with them opposed to creating, God, I heard that, creating an atmosphere and a climate in the house of God that they will not fight but receive, but we'll present it in such a loving, kind way. We slam the dudes that are sagging. We slam folk because they don't dress the part. We slam folk because they don't give like we think they ought to give. Y'all, let me talk to you. We have all these things because we're so busy trying to fit into a mold that we shouldn't even be worrying ourselves with. If we present the gospel in such a way, people will come. People will come crying, "What must I do to be saved?" They'll do that on their own. I promise you, the Spirit of the Lord will convict them, but y'all, quit. We need to quit trying to fit in with this world because this is not our home. I have my own hang-ups with some stuff that we do in church and that we allow in church. I remember a time when some stuff that I see in church would be allowed in church. It would be, and the folks of old would be so strong against it, and they would be, woo! It'll be a force to reckon with, man, if you kept on trying to do those things in church. I remember a time when the mothers were really mothers in the church. I really do. I remember a time when the mothers would pull them girls that were showing too much of themselves, and man, they would double team, triple team them, whatever they had to do to get them to understand, baby, don't do that. Don't go around here showing everybody what is reserved for your husband, your mate's pleasure. Brothers would be so loving and kind to men that when they found a brother who was having some issues providing for his family, they would even go out and assist them in finding employment. And I remember a time when even in our little church that one of our preachers who's going to be with the Lord, she needed a roof. And there were some men in my church that were handymen and working in the construction field. Y'all, we spent the Saturday and we put a whole roof on that woman's house. I remember those times. I remember when another one of our members was in a very, very volatile relationship and very domestic. Oh, it was ugly. And the brother tore out all the windows, tore the toilets up. I mean, he didn't want her to go nowhere. But she moved on, and this brother tore up all that stuff. I remember the men went over there, not only repaired all the windows, repaired the toilets, but also repaired, cut the lawn and did all, cleaned up the place. I remember all that, y'all. We used to do that stuff on a regular basis. We, go out and we got to quit trying to fit, y'all, in these molds that don't bring God no glory, don't bring God no honor. And then what happens is the enemy toys with us, and he buffets us, and he makes us fall out with one another, and then sits back and laughs at us because all the time we fighting with one another and going around in circles with foolishness, in the words of Evil Way, the foolified stuff. The enemy is watch this. Whoa, this gonna be good. Has caused us to delay our deliverance. Has slowed down our momentum and our motive, y'all. So I want to stress to you, please, y'all, please, let's not spend all of this valuable life we have to live trying to fit into the world, because what happens is we get twisted up and left looking like bozos, and the thing God has promised us, we don't even get a chance to enjoy it because we're too busy trying to compare our church with this person's church and our preaching ability and skills with somebody else. I've told y'all 1,000 times, I got people right there that I pastor who preach, in my book, in my opinion, preach better than I do, but I'm the pastor. They can, they do a lot of, they a little bit more astute than I am, but I'm the pastor. So just be who God called you to be. Y'all, let's make this thing happen, because there's a dying world needing, in dire needs of being saved. And I want to submit to you, we have the goods to do that. All right? Don't fit into nothing but what God called you to fit into. Peace.